Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
My question is in regards to funding inventory for my small business. So currently, this is going to be my third year in business. We're expecting to hit $2 million this year.
Great.
Yeah, so I don't have any employees. It's just me and my wife helping me on the side. So about 70% of all my business expenses is just in cost of goods. So my question is,
netted $2 million or you grossed $2 million?
That was my revenue. So we should be netting about 400 this
Your
year.
gross profit on that would be about 600, 400, and then you'd have some other miscellaneous expenses. What other expenses do you have other than cost of goods?
It's just basically rent, among some other things that we do. It's consumer electronics, so each of them have to be inspected and tested and cleaned. All that.
What does it cost you? What are your expenses, Ron? You said you're 70% or 30% gross margin, right?
It's about 25%.
Okay, so 25% gross margin. So on $2 million, that'd be $5 million gross profit after cost of goods sold before operating expenses. What would your operating expenses be?
It would be about $50,000.
Okay, so you netted taxable income about $450,000.
Correct. That's what we're expecting this year.
Phenomenal. Cool. Good for you. Well done. How can I help?
So my question is, till now I've been funding my purchase orders. You're not going to like this, but with a credit card. I've been paying them off within a 30-day mark. The card I use doesn't actually allow me to carry a balance, but I've basically been spending about $80,000 on the card on every month, on average. I make sure not to spend above.
Why are you doing that? You have the cash.
So I don't have the cash because every single dollar is reinvested back into new SKU. I'm trying to, since we just started a couple of years ago, I'm trying to expand my SKU every single month. I'm trying to get new lines.
Wait a minute. You spent $450,000 on personal living expenses this year?
All that profit was put back. I don't pay myself a dime. All that profit was put back into the business.
And it was all on expanding SKUs.
Then why would you need to use a credit card? Because you have put $450,000 back into inventory.
Because, well, that's the numbers we're expecting this year. Last year, the number we made in profit was about $300,000.
Okay, so you put $300,000 back in. Why would you need to use a credit card? You should make that cash machine run off of $300K organically.
Correct. Currently, right now, at the moment, I have over $400,000 in inventory that's paid for.
Good.
However, if I want to expand into new SKU, which I do.
So it's not actually to cash flow the operation of the business. It's to expand the growth.
Correct.
Or to fund the growth is with a credit card.
Correct.
Okay. If you want to stay open, you're going to quit doing that.
Why do you say that?
Because most people that do that crap go broke. I coach over 10,000 businesses in EntreLeadership. People that run small businesses off a credit card inventory control system go broke. They don't make it. Instead of actually running your business on cash, which you have the ability to do, you're smart enough to do it. You just didn't have the appetite to slow down enough to do it. You're going to slow your growth rate temporarily until you get weaned off this credit card and get 100% cash on your inventory reinvestment business. But it's going to cause you to buy different inventory too.
What are you spending? What are you currently spending on the credit card to fund your new inventory, your new SKUs?
So, it's not exactly just on new SKU. It's just I just spend as soon as I make an order every week, and that ranges. Like currently, for example, on my card I have 15,000, but I just got another order today, which was 55,000. So, but I have about 40,000 coming in a week, so that's easily going to get paid off.
Mm-hmm. If it's easily paid off, it's easily fundable with cash.
So
it's the same thing, dude. If one of these is not true. Okay, either it's not easily paid off, or it is easily paid off. And if it is easily paid off, it is easily run with cash. You just got to have a 1 or 2 week hiccup here and get weaned off these credit cards. You can do what you want to do. You call me and ask me what I think you ought to do.
Yeah, because ultimately it won't take him much time to adapt that cash system. He's just going to have to basically get ahead a couple of months so that he can have that reserve to do it.
So what I would tell you to do is to, Sammy, is to sit down with one of our CPAs or our tax people, go to Ramsey Solutions, click ELP, and have one of them help you set up a bookkeeping system. You need to learn accrual accounting. Accrual accounting is when you buy an item, you book it as sold, okay? Instead of right now, you're booking it as cash. And every time you sell an item, you set aside a percentage of that item, like 70% or 75%, to buy the next one. That's accrual accounting. With cash, you're just throwing cash up in the air and hope it all lands. And you're not managing cash well. You're selling the crap out of stuff, and you've grown a good, strong business in terms of revenue growth, but you're not managing it well. You're not managing the accounting and the numbers well, and it's going to bite you in the butt. So what a proper business function would be with accrual accounting is every time you sell an item, you set aside 75% for a replacement item. If you want to grow, you set aside 85%, 10% for new SKUs, and 75% for replacing the old SKU. And then you can stay ahead of the cash. You'll always have the cash if you set that back for the next purchase, and then you don't purchase or make sales beyond your cash position. And you can run this business forever this way. The way it is right now, if the music stops and you don't have a chair, you're screwed, because you're playing musical chairs. That's what you're doing. You're playing hide the pea under the shell. Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.